Aeolus anyway?
It's
an
so
IRC channel.
There's the official FAF of Discord, and Aeolus is a channel. And for crying out loud!
No. Aeolus is way older than the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is anyone getting this severe ping to?
Yeah.
So Hugh.
Yes.
Aeolus is an IRC chat channel, which is very, very old.
I don't think we can play within.
Did any of the people that do you have ping to sew?
Yes, I do as well.
Well, yeah,
I'm good.
Who's hosting?
Pinky.
Pinky.
Oh, well.
It could be that everyone.
Yeah, I think
early.
you may have to kick him, and then who else is joining?
I was hoping to join, but
We've
I
got
can't
boxes.
join anything.
Boxes coming, so kick him.
I can't connect anyway.
We got Who is Australian?
Took me a while to get in boxing.
Did someone help me balance
I'll
this
just
out?
leave it up.
We're a 16 player now.
Oh yeah, you're in.
Someone help me balance this
Oh
out.
wow, I got in.
Kick Mazurgling. Is he part of the Discord or?
But he's Australian.
Yeah, but so is Boxer.
Oh yeah, kick Zergling then if he's not in. Just search the Discord if Zergling's in here.
Yeah, just have a check because might be pissed off.
Not by the looks of it. At least not by the. No.
I'll play with him before.
I have played with him.
Someone send him.
You want me to send him an invite?
Yeah, send him an invite. He doesn't have a CPU either. No, you guys try to add me before. Then fucking join, Jesus.
Can you guys try and help me balance this?
1 sec. Oh, come on. Actually,
Yeet.
yeah, but Boxer is in the actual Discord right now.
Yeah.
What about?
Is anyone else here not?
What about Hamshot? Is he in the Discord?
He is.
Is he on
Vorpal Defiance?
How do I auto balance?
I don't think Vorpal is.
There's
Vorpal
an
isn't
optimal
currently,
thing,
but I
but
think he is in existence.
the point is there were
Can't see
people
him.
who didn't want to play on the error slot.
Oh, he's
That's
this
why
way.
I'm manually balanced.
He's just not in chat.
No, I'm saying people that are in voice chat because we want to talk with the people.
I have ping to Pinky anyway, so
I
it's
don't.
not gonna go well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Boxer.
Sorry, lad.
I mean, I was about to just say if you're not in chat, play the game for a game.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much.
GTFO.
Quick, start the game.
Oh, just put an 18-player map up.
Alright, I'm happy to observe.
18-player door gap?
We wish. 18 player settings game.
Get
We got a 64-player game up. We just have to play it via proxy. It's at 4 commander each game mode.
Oh god.
You actually each team of 4 has a Twitch chat and they play it through Twitch.
I don't care. Hurry up. Do it while you're gaming. Do it while you're gaming, mate.
And then there was Twitch plays Dark Souls.
Bet that went places.
And
Do it while you're gaming.
like a week just to kill the first boss.
Zergling needs to fix.
I'm using one finger. This is painful.
He's probably just typing in the code on his phone.
Yeah,
It's like-
probably.
Potato,
I mean, I'm
probably
on
gonna
my
have to
phone,
kick
I
you
can
because I don't
kick
think
Hola,
Twitch
fuck
is
off.
gonna help.
Oh, what the fuck? They joined and left?
Someone pissed off at me.
We need to work on us swearing people.
I'll message him in actual FAF chat so he gets him in.
Yeah, he joined the Discord then left, which is a bit odd.
Yep. He's probably trying to sort.
There you go, bro.
Good.
He's probably just typing in the code on
Oh,
his
he's X.
phone.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Potato.
I mean, I'm
Probably gonna have to-
Alright. That
And
wasn't at all.
Ah, I was ejected.
And that's where I ended up. Oh, what the fuck? They
There was
joined
someone
and
that
left.
wasn't in the actual call.
Oh, and then we need to pause it and Team 2 needs to fuck off.
Oh, okay, that's where I am.
Fuck's sake.
Alright, Team 2
I'll
is
message him
on
in
the
actual
right,
FAF
Team
chat so
1
he
is
gets
on
him
Yeah, he
Team
joined the
1's
Discord
on the
then left, which
I
is a
can
bit odd.
take it.
Yep.
If you're on the left side of the map, stay.
I hope so because I can't see anyone and I really hope this isn't a free for all.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Potato.
What's your name?
On the
Potato.
left. Where do you go? Where does left go?
My name? Ah, I was
Left.
ejected.
That's where I
I don't
ended
see
up.
Potato here.
Oh, what the fuck?
There's
They joined.
there's
Nah,
three
well, I was
people
just
that
an
aren't
observer,
Oh,
so
and then we need to
Where do
pause
the
it
left
and Team
people
2 needs to
go?
fuck off.
Oh, okay, that's where I am.
Left say team 1.
Let's
Well, no,
say
it'd be nice
here.
of you to join us.
Wait,
what team am I on, Mr. Zerg?
Yeah, he joined the Discord then left, which is a bit odd.
If you're on the left side of the map, stay.
I hope so, because I can't see anyone, and I really hope this isn't a free-for-all.
Alrighty.
What's your name?
On the left. Where do you go? Where does left?
My name? Ah,
Left.
That's who
I
I
don't
ended
see
up.
potato here.
Oh, what the fuck?
There's
nah,
three
well, I
people
was
that
just an
aren't on the
observer, so.
And then we need a
Where do
pause.
the left people go?
Oh, okay, that's where I am.
Left say team 1. Well, no, it'd be nice of you to join us. Wait, what team am I on, Mr. Zerg?
Yeah, he joined the Discord then left, which is a bit odd.
If you're on the left side of the map, stay.
I hope so, because I can't see anyone, and I really hope this isn't a free-for-all.
Alright, well.
On the left. Where do you go? Where does left?
My name? Ah.
Left.
That's who I
I don't
ended
see
up.
potato here.
Oh, what the fuck?
There's
Nah,
three
well,
people
I was
that
just an
aren't on the
observer, so.
Where do the left people go?
Okay, that's where I am.
Left say team 1. Well, no, it'd be nice of you to join us. Wait, what team am I on, Mr. Zerg?
Discord then left, which is a bit odd.
If you're on the left side of the map, stay.
I hope so, because I can't see anyone, and I really hope this isn't a free-for-all.
Alright, well. My name? Nah, well, I was just an observer, so.
Where do the left people go?
Okay, that's where I am.
Left say team 1. Well, no, it'd be nice of you to join us. Wait, what team am I on, Mr. Zerg?
Alright, well.
What's the plan?
Don't worry, boys, I'll carry.
Hi, fellas.
Hello.
I'm
do you
also
wanna
streaming this game
Do you want
after
to
the
T1
fact,
spam
so
up the
it's.
back, or
If you want to watch it afterwards, you can. I'll put the link in the
Oh, this mess up
game
here.
videos.
Sounds good, mate.
You.
what's the plan?
Don't worry, boys, I'll carry.
Hi, fellas.
Hello.
I'm
do you
also
wanna
streaming this game
Do you want
after
to
the
T1
fact,
spam
so
up the
it's.
back, or
If you want to watch it afterwards, you can. I'll put the link in the
Oh, this mess up
game
here.
videos.
Sounds good, mate.
You. Alright, well, we're about to go live. I just missed out on this game, Hi, fellas. but you guys will still be able to watch it in full glory, which might be better. It's my first time streaming an actual game without being in it, and I think it'll be fun.
Oh, this mess up here.
Actually, I wonder if my crew, my squad, would be interested in looking at this. Alright, well, we're about to go live. I just missed out on this game, but you guys will still be able to watch it in full glory, which might be better. It's my first time streaming an actual game without being in it, and I think it'll be fun. Actually, alright, here we go. My crew, my squad would be interested in looking at this. Let's see how this goes. Alright, well, we're about to go live. I just missed out on this game, but you guys will still be able to watch it in full glory, which... Alright, well, we have a 6, or rather 8v8 game. All Australian, all mid-level, low to high-level players. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if I can get my casting foo ready. So up in the top left we have Mr. Zergling playing the air position. Rather 8v8 Shockwave. All Australian. Up on the top, on the left here, doing navy is the Sitchi TV Nobby on the left as well. Our good friend TV Nobby. And our middle air, we've got Vorpal Defiance rather. Stek, I don't know how you pronounce that. Stek Armoured Command Unit is on the front position, ready to claim that middle. Down the bottom here we have Holler and Kavothi, reminds me of Kafefi. Debt Slave on the right here for Team 2. And the bottom right we have Dionysus, Pinky Fool, who's the host of this game, Fergus on the right as well, Hamshot in our mid-air position, Regisal on our forward, and up the top here we have Nietzsche and Fellard. So this will be an interesting game. Thank you, Cookie Noob. I will tell you about those bugs. Bottom right we have bit of a pause fest at the moment. I think a lot of them are. There's been a few problems with FAF client today. Hopefully they're all resolved and don't result in very many ping problems or desyncs. Now I'm going to get rid of my own voice from the side here because it's disrupting the cast. Okay, we've got a standard. But most of our airplay is going straight for air here, which is a wise idea because they're very protected in this area, and if we don't get that air out fast, we're going to see a lot of carnage. So good to see most of our air players have the same idea. Yep, so apart from the extreme corners here, we see much of the same play from each of our players, and Stek here moving towards the middle. It's good to hear from everybody in this coronavirus crisis, and if I mention that name again, maybe my channel will get demonetized, but I'm okay with that because you know what, there ain't much to do with revenue in my channel anyway. This is the first time I'm casting anything like this, so if you like it, if you have any suggestions, give me a holler. These colours are going to be a little hard for my eyes to distinguish, but we'll give it a go. Green and yellow, very similar colours. So we've got Team 2 pushing out with both of their commanders to the mid, getting some factories down ready to push with the T1 spam. In the meanwhile, very aggressive from Stek out into the mid. Got some fairly soft, apprehensive play from the bottom players. In the top section here, we've got an early scout pushing out just in time to see Fellad making his way into the mid. I've got to learn how to control my view and see how to see things from other players' perspective. It looks like if I click the names here, I can see what these people are seeing, which is useful. I'm an observer and we'll stick to this view right now. It's good to have an idea of what other players can see. Looks like there's some quality scouting going on from Mr. Zergling here, being the team player. On the other side we have a bit of scout. Now we're entering into our first real conflict here with those Tech 1 assault bots, but I don't think that will be much of an issue for our Reggie player here. Looking to gain a solid foothold in the mid. Going for an early T2. Not sure about this timing. And he's got the pressure of those two commanders, so I think he might have to cancel that. We'll see how it happens. Getting a scout over that, they'll no doubt see that, and Steck might be forced to cancel that T2. Most likely, if they push out right now, I think it'll be a good option for them. There's a bit of regression down the south. Kavofi denying that next, maybe. Will he get... I don't think he has enough forces to... No, he doesn't have enough forces to take that mechs out. Unfortunate. It looks like Debt Slave is also looking for that early T2, maybe? I'm not sure what that is. Whatever it is, it's nearly done. That T2 may actually come into play. That might be an aggressive gun and range upgrade. Looking to push against that commander there. If they make a push, well, they really should make a push there. Nevertheless, each of our players are playing it fairly safe, not wanting to be too aggressive and building up their forces on either side. Let's see if there's any sneaky plays. There's a lot of T1 air build from blue, from our ham shot player, Mr. Ham, shooting from the air, pork from the skies. Reminds me of the Toy Story 3 where they have a big pig in the sky with the, if you know what I'm talking about, you're well informed in the Disney area. Now, it does look like there is a push from the east, but I think Steck did manage to get that T2 upgrade in time, so it's good for him. Although he won't be able to do anything, he'll probably have to enforce that west position fairly quickly if he wants to maintain a bit of a maintain that midsection. So he's got that T1 factory down, build another one here. Not much in the way of T1 apart from those two factories, which is mirrored from Steck's side. Nobby might want to get in the action. Yes, Sitchy and Nobby are pushing in the mid. Looking like Steck has sounded the alarms, and there's a bit more of a push from Kavothi, but I think he'll need more than that. There's a lot of artillery happening here. Not much in the way of T1 ground force for Kavothi here, so we'll see how much he pushes. There has been a warning for some T1 bomber activity here from Blue, who's aggressive on the air front. I think he's got a very strong foothold here. Meanwhile, on the other, air player is looking a bit lacking, but he has upgraded to T2 air, so it might not face well against the sheer number of T1 air coming in the east, coming from the east, but again, we'll see what happens there. So, what's Mr. Zergling doing? He's getting a transport over, maybe looking to support the mid. But there is a push happening from our Team 1 players. 3 commanders looking to put some spitty boys into the mix, denying that forward T1 factory, and Team 2 will have to back off a little bit there. Reggie may have not provided enough T1 factories to support his mid push there. It looks like they're well defended now. See what's going on in the middle bottom. It's a very good placement of that T2 turret there, and got a bit of an action shot here. Look at that. Now I've got to make sure that my visuals on the stream side are doing well. It's going for a stealth upgrade. Maybe wants to get under the radar and push with his units in the mid. T2 upgrade happening for Shockwave. Never too late for a T2 upgrade. Are we looking to put down some T2 defense to if he doesn't move these guys soon, they'll be all slaughtered by this triad here. As for the mid, it may look like Stek does see that commander looking for an upgrade, and they might be looking for a push in the on the left here. Zergling does seem to have won the air dominance race. There's not much at all in terms of air for... Well, we have this force over here, but those swift winds might just tide them over, although that cruise, that destroyer, looks like it may provide just enough support for this to be a win for the blue. We'll see. This orange play over here, Vorpal Defiance, needs to turn that economy into some gains here. He's going for gunships. Maybe the air dominance is, maybe Zergling is confident of air dominance, is about to provide some gunship support. We'll see how that goes. Now there's a major push here happening. Well, it seems like Reggie is consolidating his forces, making sure to just maintain that foothold in the middle. He hasn't quite, what's the word, exploited his mid position, and probably because anything he places up will be quickly destroyed. There might be another commander drop right here. I think he's going to retreat safely though. He's got plenty of time, but look at this force from Team 2. I think it might spell trouble if he doesn't get that point defense up and running soon. And the air dominance is definitely inside, but look at this push down south here. Purple Det Slave is calling in his debts, bringing the loan sharks in the form of mobile artillery and raining heaven down on the bottom left. And I think maybe there isn't enough support, but it looks like he's playing it safe, building a bit of a fire base there, and I think this could spell the end for blue down here. Doesn't look very good for him. His economy, let's see how that's going. Is this Holler? Sure is. See how his economy's going, not very good at all, and he looks like he may even be power stalled. There's zero income for him at the moment. Oh, no, that might just be reclaim. Yep, surely. Yep, but his economy is in shambles right now. I think Purple's gonna really take him over. TV Nomi. Is that? No, it's Det Slave. Death Slave is about to run this man into the ground. I'll go back to the mid. I may have missed a big conflict here. Yep. So we can see Reggie's retreating a bit. He knows he's a bit outnumbered in the middle, and there's that air dominance that's forcing him back. Surely there will be gunship support from our orange player to the left, Fork of Defiance. What's this? There's some guided missiles coming in. There might be a snipe happening. We'll see. Not quite sure where that's going, but maybe Falad will... Who knows where these are going. Oh, it's a bit of a misplacement for these missiles. I really don't think they're gonna land anything. Oh, here we go. And it just got rid of a couple of T1 units. It wasn't a very great exchange there. And in the meantime, Shockwave's getting a bit of a hammering up the top, and yes, it does look like our Navy player, who I've got to really focus on, Fergus, has arrived with his destroyers and is looking to take out blue, and purple is coming along for the ride. I think this is it for our blue friend, Holler, and it looks like that south position has been lost. Maybe if we had some defences lined up here, for instance, there may have been a chance to... I don't think the range is good enough to defend against those. Yeah, it looks like it's probably the last hurrah for Holler. Sorry, Holler, but ain't no holler back, girl. There's a final ping of desperation. There's not much if those... Looks like our supporting T2 gunships are a bit tied up in the north. There's not much in way of air defense over here, so it's possible we could have an early... Well, not really an early, it's 13 minutes into the game. There's not much firepower with these T2 Spectres. Not quite enough to break past that shield, which he will surely build up some further anti-air to support and get rid of these pesky mosquitoes, Spectre mosquitoes. And who's our grey players on? No, it looks like grey is firmly on the side. It looks... It's definitely like our Team 1 air dominance is working highly in their favour. Meanwhile down south, Blue is doing all that they can to turtle inside, building a last ditch shield generator. I'm not quite sure that'll hold very well. Kafothi looking to help out as he can. He's been forced out of his home. 2 hermits ready to make a final stand. We'll see how that goes. And I gotta stop saying we'll see how that goes, because you know that. You know we'll see how it goes, because you're watching. And if you don't leave, you'll see how it goes. M. Zergling. Let's see who's in the lead in economy right now. It looks like Dionysus is tightly tucked away in his corner, building up eco. And he's translating that now into some navy supports with some torpedo bombers. Looking to rid some naval dominance, although we're not seeing very much in terms of naval play here. Just a couple of destroyers around. Up in the north, the map control seems to be heading in favour of Team 2. If only I had a view that told me what the total eco for each team is. That would have been preferable, but no. We don't have that right now. don't have... If I click around, maybe I'll get a greater idea, but it looks like Team 1 is right now playing the turtle game, hoping that their eco is strong enough to fend off these players, but TV Nobby looks like TV Nobby's doing very well in his eco at the moment. Maybe looking to... got a few T3 stations right here and a T2 land factory. Lots of T2 NG support, looking to support a naval factory. It might be. Maybe push out that navy finally to assert some water dominance. This fire base is looking pretty menacing. There wasn't quite enough air power to, while they had the advantage, to knock out the lads' grip on the north here. Kavothi has been defeated. I really missed that. Must have been an attempt to escape up here, and it looks like it will surely be... Is there any air to get rid of this transport? Could he actually... Oh, this would be incredible if he made it out, but I think those T1 inties surely will take this commander out, and it's about to drop. There it goes. And the south domination is firmly held by Team 2 back in the north. It doesn't look great for Team 1 at the moment. If they can maybe get some T2 mass or a couple of T3 Perseus, or do we have any? Doesn't look like we have any. UEF player is our air player, so unfortunately we don't have that superior T3 UEF support. And T3 UEF looks to be... There's one T2 factory and 3 T1s. I think I missed a fairly decent altercation here, because that fire base is a little famished from whence I last saw it. Maybe there was some volatile explosions, but surely this steamroll will make its way north and relieve their position. Shockwave is trying desperately to punch through that shield, which he does manage to do. Nobby looking to support that push with his T2 amphibious tanks. Probably a good move, seeing that there's a lot of water breaking the scenery. But there's a push in the middle. We've got Navy from Pinky Full supporting with destroyers from Fergus. And it looks like Team 1 are ill prepared for this advance. They don't have much intel as to what is bombarding them. I'm sure that they could probably guess that there's a few destroyers out there, given they're about to find out exactly what's having a go at them. And surely they're panicking at the moment. TV Nobby should send some of his T2 units down to help, leaving a few for the defense up there. But it's possible if he sends those T2 units down that he could really deflect those people. He's got a strong economy to continue to build those units, defend. It all depends on Yep, and it looks like he's doing just that. TV Nobby ready to defend against this push. There's a lot of reclaim here if the If they can push that back and get all that mass, they might stand a chance. And it looks like he's pushing on two fronts. Shockwave leading the charge with his T1 and those amphibious T2 tanks getting their money's worth. That forward factory base looking a little compromised. And what kind of a play can we see in the south reinforce that front in the mid? There's still quite a few destroyers here made their way onto the ocean floor, and I don't know if there's enough T2 land support to really fend those destroyers off. They are very powerful units. They do quite pack a punch, those main batteries. T2NGs supporting some destroyer production of their own. Meanwhile, it looks like Dionysus has returned air dominance, won the air fight for now, but there's a lot of T3 air coming out of that northwest base there. Finally going to T2 here, because it wasn't strictly necessary to plonk that down if he had some T3 factories with the build power available. He's going straight to T3 there. Probably a good move right now. Whilst the front is a bit pushed back. And we have a mirrored map control again. Looks like that base is probably going to go down sometime soon, and maybe even Falad will wave goodbye. Unless there's a transport that can come out.
It's Code Ratchet himself, oh my god!
Millenwise.
Yes.
Are you watching a stream?
I just dropped in to see what was going on, because I'm just sort of playing armor a little bit.
Oh, nice. I'm running a stream of our 8v8 that's happening right now.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's been going quite a while, and looks like TV Novi's probably the man of the match right now.
Don't tell him that.
Well, he can watch it and get chuffed later.
Is he? I can hear myself.
You can.
Oh, it sucks.
Just a little bit through my mic. Or through the
Colours
stream.
are Nobby's purple. Yeah.
Yeah, Novi's purple. So there's a
Fair
bit of a
enough.
push going in the mid here. There was an early domination of the south. That's made all their Zooies had to backtrack around through because they can't go over the water, and then now they've finally joined the party in the middle, but there's a bit
I'm going to leave you to it because it's weird. It's weird listening to myself while I'm trying to talk.
yeah, it is pretty weird. I had
Alright,
myself
enjoy.
running in a video
Yeah,
on the side. Yeah, anyway.
you're cool. Alright, have a go.
I'll probably leave the channel, it'd probably be best. Alright, so I'm not a part of that channel anymore, so goodbye Millenwise if you're still watching, and you don't have to worry about your own voice anymore. TV Nobby just having a bit of a bath, feeling the pressure of the game, all the sweat off his brow. Not much movement happening in the middle here. Just a bit of a party waiting for... oh, look at this. T3 battleship with nothing to hit. Can't quite make it over those mountains. he can get some scouting over this area, it's possible he could pot shot a few of these T2 units. Not quite sure if he'd be able to ground fire on that, or whether he'd know that that's actually commander there. He does have some intel on there. Just can't quite get over that mountain. See what his view looks like. It's quite possible he could see and range those units. Not quite though, so he needs to creep up on that shore. He looks like he's able to somehow hit those NG stations despite being through the cliff. Still managing to hit it and get some damage off on those crucial mexes for Team 1's air power. I need to work on smooth talking because it's very hard to concentrate on all the action, as I'm sure you've grown used to watching the more professional casters. I'm talking about you, Guile, and Brink of Insanity. I don't know how you game and cast at the same time. Hats off to you. And I take the phrase hats off to you directly from Guile. It looks like finally there's a push to the middle. Reggie doesn't know what he's up against with these T2 Armada. Look at that giant push of T2 units. I don't think those Suis know how to quite DPS their way out of this. Those destroyers, fishies out of order. In wrong place, wrong time. Dionysus looking to provide whatever air support he can, but there's nothing quite for him to do there. And he doesn't have any T3 gunships ready to rain on those T2 amphibious tanks, but maybe he'll switch up. No, he's still pumping out those T3 superiority fighters. What do they call them again? ASFs. That's the one. And finally, our blue player up the north couldn't hide any longer. Succumbed to a T3 torpedo bomber, of all things. And that push of T2 amphibious tanks looks to be succeeding in the east. There's not much in the way of fence for Team 2, even though they had plenty of time to build one up. Looks like they focused a bit too much on that naval, giving them only one T3 battleship to speak of, and one on the way. Those T2 destroyers might not make it out in time, or might not even be enough to hold off those T2 land forces, but despite all that I said, those restorers are making short work of those land forces. So, regardless, we need to see a bit more anti-air forces from our not sure why there's some mechs. Maybe he's gonna looks like there's some gunships on the way, but there's nothing to transport these eager beavers, eager Gatling geese to the field, hoping to just score some pot shots from the cliff here. It doesn't look like they have much of a reach at all. sort of a ping there for the green player up north, Shockwave. Looking maybe to ask for some support for his... Oh, there's an air battle happening, and I'm sure Dionysus will be well on his way with his large air force. Where does it go? They're sleeping on the job, but here they come. Those restorers need to get out of there, but they are very tanky units. Look at the hit points on these boys. 6,000 as opposed to the measly 1750 on these ASF. And it looks like air dominance is surely in the ownership of Team 2, and those restorers ready to wreak havoc in the north. Shockwave just coming into awareness of these restorers. He's got nothing to protect himself from them. 1 T1 air defense, that's about it. One more over here, but he's desperately trying to put some T2 mobile flak, but they will get obliterated if that's all he has. Meanwhile, some extra T3 air support from our purple player. Death Slave looking to join in the air fight, cash in on that air dominance. And if they don't do something about it fast, it looks like that Restorer Armada is going to slowly creep its way across the field, and this could be it for Team 1. But we do have a push of siege T3 siege bots, hoping to make a mark, but that battleship probably will spell the end for those T3 units. And all it will take is those restorers to finish their job up north and then make their way down to make short work of them, but they don't even need to do that. Some destroyers from Team 2 willing to do their job. Naval dominance, air dominance, and shortly land dominance. It looks like a GG from Team 1. We'll see if Team 1's air player and his massive build economy, what's his eco like? Zergling at 129 mass tick. Dionysus really powering ahead with 283. I'm not sure there's anything that Team 1 can do at the moment. Nano repair maybe looking to... I really hope to see a tele snipe. That'll be great late game play. Although risking that right now might be a bit too much of a risk, because he has the majority of those T3 air units, and that's probably the only thing stopping. If all those T3 air units went down, not sure even that would help, because Purple's T3 Armada, T3 fleet, and a bit of strategic bomb action. Waiting for a snipe at the opportune time. Steck cowering behind, but realizing he's slowly succumbing. Possibly hoping that those tickle guns will stave off the Percy attack, but surely this is it for Team 1. I think he's thrown in the towel, not really bothering to move him. He's trying to get that cliff advantage, but there's nowhere for him to go at this point, and there is a desperate push of T3 units from It's just way too many destroyers and naval presence really cutting into a kill zone. Look at that, it's just eating those loyals up. What's this? We have a possible push, maybe getting ready for some restorers to come through. And Steck looks like he's about to tap out, followed possibly shortly by TV Nobby, caught out in the north there. Fergus looking to establish a bit of a naval presence up top, whilst Team 1 is desperately trying all sorts of pressure. For the moment, staving off an attack. But it's game over for our air player, who sadly didn't make use of his T2 Gatling geese. There's a snipe coming, and there's a strategic launch. I think this could be the end. Some even more restorers coming in from the east. Let's see where this launch gets us, if we do have any. No, we don't have any strategic missile defense, so that's it for Mr. Zergling. He's got Zergling rushed, and ooh, that's a pretty sight. Not for him. Desync. Looks like my mouse isn't showing up. Oh no. All those restorers. Desync, desync, desync. Great. But I think we can call this a win for Team 2. Congratulations everyone involved, and thank you for watching the stream. Hope to do this more. Hope to get my voice a little less as it was during this stream. It may have been a bit horrible to watch, but I'll get better. I'll get better, guys. It just takes a bit of practice, a bit of persistence, some consistency, and you'll see a bit more from me. Alright, catch you later.